Hey everyone, this is the environments group kickoff for milestone 16.1. My name is Emily Bowman and I'm the product designer on the environments team. And I'm here with Victor, who is the product manager, who will be going over the delivery portion of this kickoff. And I'll be covering the UX and what we're focusing on with UX. So this milestone, we're really kicking off strong with the environment's design sprint. So 16.0 was spent kind of planning this sprint, getting everything organized, and we're hoping to run it the second or third week of the milestone. So excited to get the team together. We're going to be focusing on positioning environments as a central place to gather delivery related information and just ideating on how to improve our current environment's experience. So looking forward to that. The other thing we'll be kind of wrapping up is continue recruiting and gathering users for our solution validation for group level production environments. We've had some good interviews so far, looking forward to have a few more, synthesize some of that data and update our concept for something that really works for our users. So this is really looking at production environments at the group level and being able to monitor and manage those environments at the higher level so you don't have to dig down into the project. The next one is just continued support of the built-in Kubernetes dashboard. This will be really the landing page, figuring out what visualizations we can show there, what's most useful to the user, getting those designs into high fidelity and something that engineering can work with. So this is another thing we'll be focusing on during the milestone. That's like a bigger effort. And then the final two are just some impacting issues. One is adding a loading state to the environments page. Currently, the environments page, when it loads, just says you don't have any environments. We thought it would be nice to add in some sort of loading state so you're aware that your environments are loading and nothing has gone wrong there. So just a small usability issue we're going to tackle. And similarly, I know we've had this theme going on with the sus impacting and giving users better feedback, but this is just a smaller issue around adding better feedback when you're starting a manual deployment. So users are more aware that they've taken that action. So yeah, this is kind of the UX plan for this milestone, a little smaller because I'm going to be off on some PTO at the start, but looking forward to kind of working on all this. And now I will pass it over to Victor, who will handle the delivery aspects of this kickoff.
Hello, my name is Tony. I'm the product manager of the environments group here at GitLab, and this is the delivery part of the 16.1 kickoff video. What do we plan to work on and potentially deliver? Our primary top value items are to reduce the main database load by optimizing the deployment table. This is an initiative we are doing for more than a month now, and we did great progress, but there are still a few high value items that we will ensure that GitLab.com stays up and the deployment table won't harm us. The next item is this Kubernetes dashboard that we are speaking about for many months now. The front end is almost ready. We are still working on the backend part to make it in a releasable state, and then we want to release in a beta version first. It will be beta because there might be some performance issues, but from the UI point of view, we consider it pretty ready in terms of the designs and the UX, and we want to have it documented as well. I added the design sprint into the list of delivery as well because it will take a week for hopefully two of our engineers, the designer and myself as well, so it's a big initiative, but Emily already spoke about it, so I don't want to spend more time on that. And then we have two very interesting items that are almost ready to be released in 16.0, and I think both provide a lot of value. Both are related to our Flux integration, and I'm going to speak a little bit more about them. The first one is around notifying Flux about new commits without any extra configuration. The issue with all the GitOps tools, Argo CD, Flux, or anything else as well, except for the previous GitLab built-in solution, is that the GitOps tool runs independently of the source code management or the GitOps repository actually. And while these GitOps tools regularly check the source for new versions, in order to get a faster feedback, webhooks need to be set up, and likely your GitOps tool needs to be exposed over an ingress to consume that webhook. Flux has support for these notifications, and it can handle them from GitLab as well, but then you need to manage a token that will go with that and all of those things. Instead, we want to get rid of this configuration and ask Agent K to notify Flux, as Agent K already knows about changes in the Git repositories. Besides making it a valuable feature for Flux users, we treat this feature as well as one of our first more serious experiments to see how we can integrate with Flux, and up to this point it goes relatively well. We are rather ensure that this will be released in 16.1. On the long run, we imagine Flux to be part of the GitLab pipeline visualization. It will never happen in the pipeline in the sense that there is no job to be run by GitLab runners, but there's a job to be run by Flux. It would be nice to have some pre and post deployment jobs so that you can build the container, you can trigger Flux to sync, and once the sync is done, you can follow on with some post-deployment jobs like testing, for example. In 16.1, we would like to release the first version of this functionality. It will be experimental very much, which means we don't introduce any new CI syntax, as you can see in this issue. Instead, we create a separate script that we can already give to our customers, that they can play with, they can use it, and give us feedback on the approach. We already uncovered quite a few difficulties actually with doing it right. So together with the discovery section that Emily talked to, these are our plans for the next milestone. If you have any questions, you can find us in the G_environment Slack channel.